All right.
No,
Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was on the Knuckleheads podcast. Man, I like Allen Iverson, man.
Of course.
And so he set the record straight, man, because a lot of people got it confused because one year he was on a podcast and he was like, man, LeBron's the one. Then the next thing he was talking about Jordan and Kobe, and it was like, which one is it, man? So he kind of set the record straight, but he's not the only one that was talking about it. So I'm gonna play Allen Iverson and what he said. He kind of echoed the same thing Damian Lillard said when he was talking about the top 75 thing when they was at the All-Star. And then John Sally came on Gil's Arenas podcast and said something very interesting about Kobe and Mike being system players and LeBron not having a system, and that kind of made the difference. So I'm gonna get y'all a response from Iverson really quick, and then I really want to go into the John Sally piece of it though. But here's Iverson.
That's crazy.
Really? You know what I mean? Like, man, do you remember? Did y'all was y'all at the All-Star game where they honored us with the top 75?
No.
Okay. Just me being.
This is great.
Just me being there. Like, this is the greatest feeling that I had when I was there in the room. When you got the older legendary guys, they want to meet you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they want to meet you. And then, you talking about, it's an honor and this, that, and the third to meet you. And they saying the same thing to you, man. I always wanted to meet you. And, and that it was flattering. Yes, it was, to be in a room where you were the best, the cream of the crop. And they giving you your props. But I remember, man, and I'll never forget it. He showed up to the joint. And I just remember the reaction from everybody else. All the other, 74. You know what I mean? All the other 74. And I remember the reaction from them. You know what I mean? Like, I was looking at it like, yo, this man is the man for real, man. I hear all the comparisons and all that. You know what I mean? And I have to be biased. I have to be because he made me want to be me.
Yeah.
But then I get a chance to, when you want to debate about it, I get to talk about his accolades. I get to talk about what he's done, like and be confident in my feelings. You know what I mean? And not to get into it, but I love LeBron as a basketball player, as everything that he did for basketball. I mean, the man he is off the basketball court, all the things that he's accomplished.
We all do. If you don't, you a hater.
You know what I mean? He just, man, he's it. You know what I mean? And they always putting them together. Like, why it can't be like LeBron is on Mount Rushmore.
Facts.
That's enough.
That's
you know what I mean.
Like by saying that Mike is better than him.
Yeah, it's not no disrespect because you're better than who I am and was as a basketball player. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like for me, just Kobe was just a certified maniac killer. Hey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about serial killer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about, want to eat your heart. That's who he was every night. I'm taking everything personal every night. You know what I mean? And then his work ethic and everything about him, man, like as a basketball player, he was just, he's the real, him and Mike are the real definitions of killer.
Okay, let me ask you a question because this is something I say a lot.
The cipher without everything he said. What do you think he's trying to say?
That LeBron's the greatest player of all time. That's what I got from the conversation.
That's what you heard. That's what you heard. E.
That's what I heard from the whole conversation. I kind of blanked out when he started talking about Mike and Kobe, but I hear you.
Listen, I love both.
No, seriously though. I think he was just recognizing that LeBron is great, which he is. I think he's just trying to stop all the comparisons. Like, is it him or is it Mike? Is it Mike, then Kobe, then him? It's just like he belongs in that atmosphere. Like, he's there. So, but I think when we talk about, traditional people that look at basketball, everybody's always going to think about Michael Jordan when we talk about basketball because everybody likes the tennis shoes. It is what it is. I mean, you can't get tennis shoes, dog. But hey, Kobe was getting accolades. Kobe was just another version of Michael Jordan. I mean, when you seen Kobe, you thought about Michael Jordan. But LeBron definitely deserves to be in that conversation, and I think he's tired of people continuously making those comparisons.
Okay. I ain't mad at it.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think LeBron is in the atmosphere where Kobe and Mike is. It's just a velvet rope blocking the room that they in.
Yeah, they're in the section.
LeBron can't get in that room.
They're definitely in the section. They pay for the section.
Now, LeBron got a table and a bottle. Now, y'all ain't just going.
He do. It's just
he got a table.
Yeah, it's just it ain't where Mike and them at.
Yeah, I disagree.
Well, he got the table for the people who stack the deck, like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Wade, LeBron. They all got their little table together, and LeBron's the head of that table. But for the guys who didn't stack the deck, who say, I want to do it the hard way to prove y'all that I'm that dude, Kobe, Mike, Larry Bird, Magic, them dudes, they're in a different room.
Can I ask you a question? How can you say that?
Having Shaq on your team ain't stacking the deck.
Kobe didn't stack that.
Yo, read this comment, y'all.
Kobe asked Shaq to get traded so he can do it by himself.
I got a Clutch Sports shit. I wish I had a Clutch Sports tattoo
on his face.
Shit. Give me that.
Under the eye, like the Killers.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey. Clutch Sports bring one of them checks over here. I sure would have a tattoo.
Man, what it boiled down to for real, man. At a certain level of greatness, for everybody else, it becomes, for spectators, it becomes preference.
Exactly.
Those guys are all elite. I don't know what's after elite. Maybe there's something after elite.
Godly.
They're all really great basketball players, and this is from one of the best players ever, one of the 75 best players of all time, Allen Iverson. I say that to say, if in your mind LeBron is better than them, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not correct, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You could be okay with being wrong, and that's fine.
Right.
If you think Kobe was better than Mike, also there's nothing wrong with that. If you think Mike was better than Kobe, if you think Michael Jordan is the best basketball player you've ever seen, you're entitled to that opinion, and that opinion is the overwhelmingly majority opinion, which would make it more closely to a fact than anything else. But at that point, it's all opinion based. When people say that Ant-Man is the next Michael Jordan, that's a daggone futures prediction stat. There's nothing that he showed you that gives you the ability to say that right now.
That's fair.
That's fair. But it's they said the same thing about Harold Miner and who was it? Glenn Robinson, J.R. Ryder. It was
Ryder.
Anybody who come out that's dark skinned who can hoop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if you came up where I came up at, man, they actually had a small stint saying it about me. They was wrong because I was way better than them in wrestling.
I got Kareem at number 2, Craig. Right behind Mike, and now I got Kobe 3.
Listen, and let me say this, man. I can prove to y'all that David Robinson was better than Kareem and Dream and Shaq and all of them. Best big man ever. 5-0.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
That's cool.
You can't.
Sure.
I think it's a generational thing, though.
I think it is too.
Name somebody else. Name somebody else who's ever won an MVP and served on a naval war vessel.
Don't do that, because Jay, you can't do that. You can't do that.
What?
It's versatility.
Hey, he throwing the Navy and everything in it.
Yeah, you can't put that in.
He done brought the man and all kind of shit. Come on, man.
The funny part is he think David Robinson stepped foot on the ship, though. He's 71. There's no wreck.
They had to get him out. They had to get him off the ship.
listen,
dude. I wrote a book report about David Robinson in elementary school.
You should have got an F then if you said he slept on one of them racks. That ain't no way.
He definitely slept in. He definitely didn't sleep on one of them racks. What was his rank?
First of all, he was an officer, so that man was in the stateroom.
He was definitely in the stateroom.
Yeah,
He
right.
wasn't no officer. That man was a
that man graduated from the Naval Academy.
He finished the academy and then did what? And then did what?
He did 2 years, man. That man was a second.
NBA bought his contract out.
Dude, he graduated. Listen. Dude, the dude graduated and didn't play for 2 years because he had to go finish his obla serve.
But nobody knows where he went to go finish it at, Jay. He could have been at the
command. I want to know that command. I want to know that command. I want to know
he was on the Carl Vincent's.
He was at the Reagan Ranch, passing out basketballs in some gym. He was out there working out. You know, good well ain't nobody go draft him and say, "Hey, we about to pay you millions of dollars." But
he was on the kiddie hole
and go on them ships and climb over knee knockers all day long.
I just googled it. He was on the kiddie hole.
That man was passing out basketballs at the gym.
That man was at Q80. That man was definitely at
Q80. So he was at the kiddie hole, man. He was on the kiddie hole.
No way.
He was at Port Systems.
That man don't know nothing about the Navy except what he learned in that class, man. That's it.
Yeah. I first of all, let me just say I love anytime I hear Bubba Chuck talk, because that dude has so much conviction in his heart and everything that he says. So you almost gotta respect it no matter what. Especially considering that he was the player that he was, talking about those guys. But I think that, when we talk about greatest of all times and all of the things that he was addressing, he's going back and forth. But I think this probably is when the greats herald a great, I think that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think when the greats herald a great, and so when he says this about Jordan walking into the room, I think that says a lot. When he says LeBron is, he's up there too, I think that says a lot. I think that it says that you can be great in your own right. And I can salute that. I can respect that from anybody. It's when they start to pick and choose. Now, personally, of course, I got Jordan as my 1. I got Kareem as my 3 and Kobe as my 2 because he was the closest thing to MJ that I've seen. But I'm not mad at any other order that personally has it different. So I just respect AI, being in the 757 and understanding where he came from and seeing some of the people and actually meeting some of his teammates from that Bethel team. I just respect everything that he has to say, because I think in that moment he means everything. We ain't never seen AI just straight up tell a story. This man ain't no liar. Like he just
he's honest. He speaks from his heart, man. He wears his heart on my sleeve.
You got the right to change your mind.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. You got the right to change your mind. He speaks from his heart. I respect.
Duppy got a poll up there.
Latest poll of NBA players for the GOAT. 46 MJ, 42 Bron, 10 Kobe. I don't know what poll you're taking. I mean,
where's the poll at?
Yeah.
No.
YouTube?
I don't know.
That was his poll.
Locker room poll.
Oh, okay.
That was his poll.
That was his poll.
This man got his poll out, man. We good. We good on that, man. No,
put his poll away.